No, I'm busy tonight, actually.
Good Thursday morning. Welcome to the Jerry Hot Pants Club podcast. I am Peter. With me, as always, is...
I'm Chris.
Back on the buttons and whistles.
Yusuf, yo!
Today's episode is brought to you by Christopher Q. Satterball's athletic supporter. Want to keep your nut in a cup? Call Chris. Not this one. Today, August 11th, Thursday, is National Presidential Joke Day.
Hey-oh.
I mean, that shit writes itself.
Does that mean just make fun of the president?
Sure.
I think so.
Wow.
Sure.
Not
National Raspberry Bombe Day? B-O-M-B-E?
Bumby? I don't know.
We haven't clicked one in a while, so let's take a look. National Raspberry Bombe Day on August 11th recognizes this tantalizing frozen treat. All right, go fuck yourself. Okay, it is also National Sons and Daughters Day.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
With these tits, I am a son and a daughter. So, I don't know if you watched yesterday's episode or not, but I was extremely tired.
What the fuck, bruh?
Yeah. I'm still extremely tired because it's still Monday in my universe. Christopher.
Yes, sir.
What are we doing today?
We are going to talk about what the fuck is going on, bruh.
What is going on, bro?
What is going on, bruh?
So,
I wish I knew, but somebody just concussed me with a fucking drawer.
You shouldn't have been bent over like that.
yeah.
Don't make me bend over.
You know what that's
and I won't
called?
be bent over.
It's called comeuppance. Shut the fuck up. All right. Christopher, what do you want to know what the fuck is up about, bruh?
We're trying to figure out what's going on. We have no clue. We are in the world. We are doing this podcast. We are talking about things, and we realize we have no clue what the fuck is really going on.
No.
What is going on? You turn on the TV, everything's broken. There's wars everywhere. There's threats of wars everywhere. Everything's expensive. People are telling you to do this. Other people are telling you not to do this. You turn on the TV, they're telling you to shut up. Then they're telling you to go do that, go do this other thing. And you have no idea what to go do. We're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, bruh.
The Antichrist is getting ready to come back, boy.
Is that what it is?
Hell yeah.
Are we in the end times, Peter?
I think so. And I think the Antichrist is sitting right over there on the fucking microphone.
They thought that it was the end times so many times over and over again.
Yeah, just ask the Jehovah's Witnesses about the end times. They thought World War I was the end times.
It's all right because the Mark Lark from outer space is going to come pick me up soon.
The what?
Oh, you don't believe in that. It's okay.
The Mark Lark?
The Mark Lark.
Is that something George Jetson drives?
I don't know. I just came
No,
up
is
with
it that episode of South Park?
It might be. Mark Larks. You're Mark Larks. Yes, it is
On
South
the
Park.
next episode of Earth. Seriously, if aliens did cruise by and just tuned into our television and our social medias, they'd be like, what the fuck is going on down there? They would literally be, what the fuck, bruh?
The fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah, like what the fuck is going on, bro? Like we cannot stop there at that janky ass fucking.
See, we've lived our lives to this point to know that Star Trek in the future would be a lie, because aliens aren't going to be like, oh, live long and prosper. They'd be like, shut the motherfuckers up.
Well,
nuke them.
In Star Trek, the Federation does not introduce itself to humanity until
they achieve warp speed.
Yes. That's when. So we haven't.
And that wasn't until after World War III when they damn near killed each other off.
Yep. So we haven't even. Fuck my life.
I would like to remind everyone that America lost World War III, and now we are moving on into World War IV.
The Fourth Shinobi War.
Okay, so apparently that's what the fuck is going on, bro.
That is what is going on, bro.
The war for the youth. We're right now in a war for the youth, yeah. Trying to destroy the kids. And also, you know that in Japan you can't have blood in the cartoons anymore? In anime, it's all white, so it all looks like cum. What the fuck, bro? That's in my world.
That is censorship
I'm like, this backfired. I don't think they thought of this all the way. It just all looks so bad.
Just the whole time, skeet.
Yeah, and it's all fight scenes. All of their cartoons are fight scenes, so it just looks like a bukkake fest of fun. like some prison movie went bad. I'm like, I don't even want to watch this anymore.
Okay, you want to know something? I quietly ask myself every time I sit down with you two, what the fuck, bruh?
What the fuck, bruh?
What's going on, bruh? I think to myself, I ended up here with you two. How badly did I fuck up in my past life? What did I do that was so wrong?
It could have been dead. Could have been in prison.
You think that every life you had, you
dead.
just...
I should have been dead.
You hit the Universal Lotto and you were fuck up everyone?
No.
Just like, let's just put him back in the same position he was last time. I don't want to try.
Yeah, God's got a unique sense of humor.
When did everything go to hell?
So that's the question I would pose, I suppose, right? Like, did it go to hell, or are we just aware of the fact that it's been hell for a long time?
Right. Now, have we been living in it the whole... Like, were we born into shit, or was it... Because it seems to be different levels of shit. Like, I think it kind of went to hell around the 80s, but it really went to shit when they shot that gorilla in Cincinnati, bruh. That's when everything went to hell, I'm telling you.
The hashtag dicks out for Harambe.
Bro,
yes.
When World Star stopped showing fights is when everything went to shit.
Weren't you the one that yelled World Star somewhere you shouldn't have?
Yeah, I yelled out World Star in Lebanon and almost got killed. I almost had to jump in a Land Rover and take a trip somewhere and not be seen.
Again?
We keep hoping for that.
That was a legit thing, bro. Over in Lebanon, when you get caught, bro, somebody comes and picks you up, they take you, interrogate you, and you don't get seen for a couple days, and like that almost happened to me. But like, by the grace of God, man, he's always looking out for me. I always managed to get out of these idiot situations that I put myself into.
Then you end up in his kitchen getting a fucking concussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I am in life now.
Yeah. You're doing so much better than you ever were before. I honestly think it was like around early 2000s after 9/11 is when everything went to shit, because then the government now had an excuse to step in and take a lot more control.
Definitely got worse, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And it, we had things like the Patriot Act, and then, we have these people who have, I like to call the blind obedience to their
everybody was scared of shit and was like, "Oh, government, just do whatever,
protect me, save me," And what's funny is it's the flip flop, right? Because the Republicans wanted that then, and the Democrats were like, "No, we need to keep government out of that." And then Obama gets in office and went the opposite direction again, right? And now the Democrats want control of everything, and they want government in every aspect of our lives, and it just, what changed, I think, was the perspective that we now have a way to monopolize fear. We have social media. We have the speed of the internet in which to propagate that fear.
Right.
And so now this fear has encompassed this country.
Yeah.
And they've got everybody scared of everything.
Yeah, I've said that.
Can't show pussy on Snapchat anymore. What the fuck, bro?
The pandemic wouldn't have worked without 24-hour news cycle. Like, to scare you in your... Otherwise, you would have just looked around and been like, everybody's fine.
How many times did they try it before? This is like the fourth attempt, maybe.
Look at the war on terror. Let's focus there for a minute, right? Mm-hmm. So, all of a sudden, rewind the clocks back to World War II when we had internment camps and we were putting Japanese Americans in internment camps because we were afraid of some sort of,
spies or something.
Exactly, or
sleeper cells.
Exactly, when we had no idea what those were at the time, but we were developing this notion. That was when the foreigners are bad really started to come into play, because up until then we were taking boats at Ellis Island fucking thousands at a time. After World War II, we started to have this nationalist movement where we need to close our borders down. So now we can create this fear from that point forward, really, because we can look at everywhere else in the world and say that's where all the threats are, instead of anything being homegrown, right? We can look out. We can look at the Middle East. We can look at Russia, Japan. We can look at South America, Mexico. We can look at all these other foreign bodies and say that's where the problems are. That's where the scary people are. We have to protect our own. Meanwhile, we can grow the fucking evil and the terror right here. Timothy McVeigh proved that point, right? Now, he was retaliating against the government because of Ruby Ridge. They really fucking screwed the pooch on Ruby Ridge. The government did.
Yeah.
They really, really did.
They entrapped him and then they killed his kids.
Yeah. But the answer to that is not to blow up a federal building full of, like, innocent people.
Yeah, and I have no idea if that's really why he did it. I don't know what McVeigh's real story is. He's still alive, right?
Yeah, talk to Terry Nichols.
Yeah.
Was that the whatchamacallit? The
Oklahoma City bombing?
I thought it was the Unabomber.
And that's Ted Kaczynski.
Okay.
That's MK Ultra.
Mm-hmm.
Kaczynski was in the MK Ultra experiments in the Bay.
Oh, bunch of Fruit Loops. You know, so we now have, right, like we have domestic terrorism that occurs by the government every single day. Every single day. There is a war on your wages. There is a war on your property. There is a war on your personal privacy and freedom. There always has been, and there always will be. Only now it's so blatant because a situation was created where the big bad enemy is going to come and get us, so we've got to restrict your freedoms so that we can now protect you. That's Orwellian shit. That's Big Brother right there.
Yeah, the government creates the problem. Then they say, we can fix the problem if you vote for us and give us more money.
Yeah, both.
That's their thing.
And as a result, right, like, you know what a false flag operation is, right?
No, why don't you tell me?
A false flag operation is where a government will run an operation, and they will attack their own citizens, but they will make it look like it was somebody else that did it. If you were to come to the populace and say, we need to go into this country and we need to invade it, we need to do this for whatever reason, they're going to say, no, we don't want to get involved in war. We're in peacetime right now. Things are great. Why would we do that? Because there's money, there's a land grab, there's something that the government has an objective towards. So what they do is they blow some shit up or they kill some people, you know, like the Nazis did. The Nazis burned down their parliament or whatever it was called. And blame the communists.
The U.S. government admitted Gulf of Tonkin was a false flag to get us into Vietnam.
Yes.
See, like, if they admit to doing shit, how are we just so like, yeah, no, they would never. What do you mean they would never?
Bro, Gary Webb, they sold crack, and that dude somehow shot himself in the head twice. Don't buy it.
So much.
So, you know, that's what the fuck is going on, bro, because we, you know, taxes are illegal. We still pay them, right?
Up the ass at that.
Up the ass.
According
for
to Jimmy.
everything.
Well, and think about this. Think about when you go to the gas pump, there's a state tax and a federal tax on that fucking gasoline, right? If you buy cigarettes, there's a state and a federal tax on that.
Right.
As somebody that sells cigarettes, we maybe make 8 to 15 cents per pack of cigarettes. We hope when you come in, you'll buy the lighter that we pay 20 cents for, but charge you $2. That's how we're going to recoup. Because ultimately, everything is a fucking scam. It's all a fucking scam. We have all these taxes for all these reasons. The world we live in is fucking terrifying. And I, for one, am not, you know, it comes back to this, well, what am I going to do about it? Because I have this awareness and I might be woke or whatever. What can I do about it as an individual? If I line up 1 million like-minded individuals, we go march somewhere, they're just going to fucking shoot us. So what are we going to do about it? We have to implement and change in a way where these tired, old, butt-fucking politicians have got to go. They got to go.
Yes, get rid of the butt-fucking politicians.
They got to go.
Well, I think part of it kind of revolves around the First Amendment, you know, and I think that podcasting and the internet is great for that because people can take their phone, click live, go on there and talk to all their friends and say whatever the hell is on their mind. Now, you might say some crazy shit that you regret later if you've been drinking a little bit too much or something like that. But you can do it. You can go say what you want to everybody quickly and efficiently and, you know, state your opinion. And then everybody else can state their opinions. And we can see through a meritocracy, you know, who...
Okay, I was listening, but that was a perfect opportunity. We're going to introduce Helix one more time, ladies and gentlemen. He's the mascot of the show. Oh, look at that stretch. Big stretch. He's a handsome boy, aren't you?
Yes.
He's a handsome boy. Go see your daddy. Go see daddy.
Did he scare you? Come here. Did he scare you? Yes.
Needed to bring some levity into the situation. I could feel myself going dark. Listen, so
What the fuck is going on, bro?
What the fuck is going on, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel high as fuck right now.
Yeah?
Because, like, I had that goddamn Rice Krispie treat last episode.
Kicking in sugar?
No. That's it. With 2 pieces of fish, a Red Bull, and fucking like 4 cups of coffee. I feel like I'm, floaty.
Let's go.
No, let's not go. Let's not go. But here's the thing. If I go to sleep right now, I'm going to sleep all day, and I'll be up all fucking night long. And then I'll have to deal with the cunts. So, funny story. Here's what's going on. I'll share a nighttime 7-Eleven story. So there's we got 2 third shifters there, right? And one of them, have you met Clifton?
Maybe, probably.
The taller guy, bald guy?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a character, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Cliff. He says he watches, but I doubt it. But he wears the shirt that says Team Soha, so anyway. So
Excuse us.
Excuse me. There's no excuse for me. So that was in bad taste. My apologies, but I'm not sleeping.
Tastes like fish?
Fish, Red Bull, coffee, and butthole. So, and Newport.
That was a hell of a morning for you.
Yeah, it was.
Man,
so,
shit.
Cliff was having this issue with this guy. We've gone to this thing where
Fish sticks.
you have to swipe your ID for every alcohol purchase. We can't override it. Even if you're 90 years old, I'm sorry. It's a company policy. It is a national company policy. You go to any 7-Eleven, anywhere, anytime, you got to swipe your ID to be able to buy booze.
Oh,
You don't need ID to vote?
But
It's wild.
What the fuck is really going on,
What
bro?
the fuck is really going on? That's just bananas to me.
Heart you.
why?
Heart you.
But that's only in regards to, like, obviously that's 7-Eleven.
Hey, you're a foreigner, you're not allowed to vote. So,
what?
I'm kidding.
You can vote, can't you?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
you got a green card, right?
I was born here.
He was
He's born here, okay.
I just like fucking with him.
I'm one of
you
you,
wouldn't let me
man.
tell the other jokes, so I'm going to tell the foreigner jokes.
I'm one of
okay,
you.
so anyway, this guy comes in repeatedly. He's been told like 6 times, you have to have a fucking ID to buy booze, period, the end. So now, this guy is like 60. Clearly I could just pull out mine and do it, but I'm not going to do it. I don't like the guy. He's like drunk. 24 hours a day, he's just, I'm Italia. So he comes in, and he says something to the third shift girl who's working. I'm waiting to check in the truck. And he says something to her like, I saw that, fat fuck isn't here. And he was referring to the other guy, not me for once. I said, fat fuck isn't here. But I hear that, and my ears perk up. And I'm like, what did you say? I was like, no. I'm going to allow you to get your beer and your fucking whatever, and I want you to get out. You could make transactions. You're not going to talk to my customers. You're not going to sit here and make conversation. This is a business deal. You're going to buy shit and get the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
So he comes up to the counter. He's like, like he's all upset. Like, I don't have the power to beat the fuck out of him. So he goes, and he knows he doesn't have his fucking ID, okay? Because he's already been told to get off the property for this reason.
Uh-huh.
He never has enough money, and he never has his ID. So the fucker goes back, comes up to the counter with his beer, and then he got 4 boxes of Hot Pockets, okay? And he puts them on the counter. And she says, okay, I need your ID. Oh, well, I don't have it. So that's when it's like, ding, and I turn on, get the fuck out. Goodbye. You've been told I don't know how many times. I don't want you on the property again. Fucking leave and don't come back. Or I'm like, this is not a debate. All right? Shopping here is a privilege, not a right. Get the fuck out. So he saunters over, and she's like, yeah, and he's asking these fucking people to use their ID to buy him booze. No. If I'm not going to let a 16-year-old buy a fucking Black & Mild, I'm not going to let a 60-year-old buy a fucking beer because he doesn't follow company policy. I'm an asshole. So I turn my back, and I'm checking in the totes of cigarettes. I just want to let you know, he peeks his head around the corner. He's like coming behind the counter. I just want to let you know I lost my phone. I'm like, do I look like I give a fuck? What is going on with you? That's the fuck was up with him, bro. He lost his phone and his ID and all this other shit, right?
Yeah.
And I told him, if you don't leave, I'm going to fucking kill you. So he left. And hopefully we never see him again. Point I'm getting at is, I don't know. I'm exhausted, man. We're doing 2 episodes today. I'm fucking just, I'm salty. I gave Yusef a concussion. I gave Chris a rimmer. Like, I'm fucking.
Mouth tastes like butthole.
I told you.
Washed it down with a Newport.
And some salmon. Boy, we went all the way there, didn't we? Yeah. So let's see. We've assessed that the government, they're fucking us.
100%, not just here, everywhere.
Well, and then how do you know what the fuck is going on? Because let me tell you, if there's anything I've learned over the last several years, it's that fucking watching the news is not telling me shit. Like,
preach it, Brother Chris.
The thing is there seems to be all these opinion pieces that are getting pushed out like they're news. And when you have like an opinion piece, usually it says like opinion, and then it says like their opinion in the article. But they're putting out news stories like it's a news story, and it's like slanted, and it's an opinion piece. And I don't think that people understand how to write news anymore. I don't know if these journalists getting topics that they're supposed to write on from a certain perspective, rather than just like report the news like the Tigers lost yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could just report the news, but they'll be like, they'll report it from, they were supposed to win and blah, 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 and they're a better team and all this shit. But I don't know, man. To me, I just wish, and there's lots of things that were on the internet that weren't, like they get taken off. And that's disturbing too, because we've talked about, I like to see every perspective. Give me everything from everyone, and then I'll decipher what I want to believe and what I want to follow, and that's like the First Amendment, right?
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
I want all the information, and then I can discern through me and my brain trust, you two, like what I want.
So,
what
but
I want to decide is true or not.
Here's the problem, though, that social media and the internet has created. Okay, and I'm not going to get into the debate of what is and what isn't, because it's applicable for any walk of life, whatever color you are, red or blue, as far as the polling stations are concerned. There is, for both sides, this issue of alternative facts. People ascertaining that their opinions are facts, like you were just talking about. And so I need to have the wide spectrum of information in order to make an informed decision. And that is, on one hand, the internet gives us more availability to information than ever before. On the other hand, there's a lot of harmful disinformation out there. And as a result, people draw conclusions from a very, very polluted well. And as a result, things that are not true all of a sudden become facts. And now people are making policy on both sides based on these incorrect facts. And it's terrifying to me. And that's part of the plan. Everybody confused, angry at one another, spending money like crazy, busting their ass for nothing. So they're just staying busy. It's like being on the treadmill going after the fucking carrot. That's the American way now. It truly is. And then you got cunts like Andrew Tate who are just like, and then he makes some money, but where's he at? He's in Romania, right? Is he English born?
He was born in Chicago. I believe his dad is.
Because there's a slight accent.
There's his mom, yeah.
He said he was American and
British.
But he's got dual citizenship, if I'm not correct.
I believe so, yeah, but he lives in Romania.
So the thing is, there are, say what you will about anywhere else in the world, there are places that will allow you to just kind of be yourself and not tax the fuck out of you, And in this country, I don't know, it's terrifying. Like the guy that won that $1 billion.
I heard he got bullshit out of it.
Yeah, he got like 300-some million, which is still a ton of fucking money.
That's disappointing for him. I feel terrible.
That's like 3/4 less of what was promised.
No, that's my point. Okay, so what they want you to do is take this annual payout of the money, which equates to so little in comparison to that big, and you won't live to get the entirety of the money. So what happens to that money?
Yeah, exactly.
I think you get to pass it on one time or something. I forget.
They might have changed that, but I do remember that. You're right. You used to be able to pass it on.
One time, I think. I'm not sure, though.
But, again, it comes to like, yes, the guy still got $300-some million. Okay. That's pretty fucking incredible.
I don't know what I would do with only $300 million. I would just, I'd
$10 million discretionary slush fund for fucking with people.
I'd be devastated if about the $700 million I lost out on.
I would get.
Jeez.
Yes,
you know
would.
For a fact that would keep you up at night.
Yeah, like there would be
because
a week
that's how
of
our
me
brain
like,
works.
well, I'm coming for my $700 million, motherfucker. I will hire Steven Seagal and fucking Cuck Norris.
I don't like the taxes. I don't like the taxes.
No, but $300 million is
I'd definitely collect all that money. I'd leave the country.
Million.
I'd move to Romania.
Let's talk about alternative facts. So one alternative fact I've heard a lot recently is DC will tell you gas is down 50 cents. Gas is down 50 cents.
Yeah, but
50 cents over the past.
From what it was.
What, month or two? But it's up like $2.50 over the past year, right?
Yeah.
So that's an alternative fact. Then
I heard how they how they worded it.
Well, then over the past like 6, 7, 8 months, they're like, the president doesn't have any influence over gas prices. The president doesn't have any influence. Not the president's fault.
Putin doesn't have influence over anything.
Putin price hike, right? But now gas goes down 40 cents or whatever, and they're like, look what the president did. The president dropped the price of gas 40 cents. Well, you were saying for months and months and months the president can't influence the price of gas. Now you're saying the president can influence the price of gas.
The president can influence the price of gas, but they will spin it. See, here's the thing. When you have the side that says, oh, he absolutely can, then the rebuttal, if you can't get those people to realize that they can't, then the rebuttal has to be, well, it's logical when you think about it. Then the rebuttal has to be, well, look, the president actually did have that influence. Because it's all fucking spin. It's all spin. And it's all fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I think
it was the same when it was the same when Bush was in office. The one thing that he did right after 9/11 was I think it was a short time, and I could be wrong about this, but
Bush.
He capped gas prices.
Did he?
He said, because I remember going down Euclid and see that day on September 11th.
$5 a gallon.
Yeah. And it was like somebody, I think it was the governor at the time, was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's horse shit. Because they didn't get a call from anybody. That was just each individual. They had no idea. They heard airplane and hijacking and they assumed Middle East, but they had no facts. Nobody had any facts at 10 o'clock in the morning. The towers hadn't even dropped yet.
But by that, within 24 hours, somehow they knew it was Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
And then they went into Iraq. I had this lady,
they went to Afghanistan first.
Yeah,
but then
this lady in Iraq came up to me and said, my family was massacred and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the lady, why are you telling me this shit?
You're like, what do I got to do with
I'm sitting there scratching my head. I'm like, is she about to whoop my ass?
Well, ask yourself this question, though, right? If the price that we paid, right?
Yeah.
What did we pay? And I don't mean to sound flippant about this, okay? But I'm not emotionally or personally invested in 9/11. I'm not. I don't know anybody that died that day. Yeah. I don't know anyone personally that was personally affected by that day. As a country, sure, I get that. And I remember there was one moment, the only time that I teared up over that whole thing was when I watched the United Kingdom. They had like a mini memorial service for those who had died, and they sang our national anthem. Like that in itself, the country that we fucking fought for our independence, that kind of is awe-inspiring. But pause, hit the brakes right there. Now all of a sudden the killing machine starts. Okay? We got to get in there. We got to fucking go get them. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it was immediate. And then Junior, Lil Bush, standing on the aircraft carrier, mission accomplished. And we just fucking left that country last year in shambles. What mission did we accomplish? Please tell me. We created fear. And then we gave them the hero. Us.
I hate that shot of war. There's always that. It started with the first time. It might have been before, but the first time we went to Iraq, there's always like the reporter. There's like a camera looking at like nothing, like blackness where some missiles might be coming. There's always like 3 shots and shit.
Yeah.
And all the news channels do it. And the only time I've seen it recently was that one day, I think it was the day of the Army-Navy game when Trump's presidency, when they hit a bunch of targets in Syria. But they brought all the news channels, when they did that, they brought that screen up. And it's like, you're looking at the reporter, you're looking at this, you're looking at that, and it like keeps you like, oh, what's going on? We're shooting missiles. Are we getting shot? What's going on? And it's like, it keeps you entertained, and I hate the news when they do that shit. It keeps you like looking at war.
There's a movie I suggest. It's called Wag the Dog, and it's got De Niro in it. Have you guys seen this?
Oh my God, that's a beautiful masterpiece.
You've seen it, where they create a phony war to divert the country's attention from the president's sexual scandal.
Yep.
So, what happened every fucking time we were close to something of a scandal with the presidency? Every time. Go back to Kennedy. Go back to Kennedy. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Cuban Missile Crisis. Lyndon Johnson. That man famously took shits with the door open and dictated policy to his cabinet. No joke. He was about to get found out on some shit. What happened? Martin Luther King Jr. dies.
That's where I do some of my best thinking.
That's where I do some of my best thinking, but have some fucking couth, man. Like, Mr. President of the Joint Chiefs here. Excuse me. Well, I'm here to tell you, we're going to go in there and get them boys. How fucking Texas is that?
We gonna let it rip. Drop bombs on them.
Boy, dude, the caliber of the show just keeps fucking.
We're gonna blow them up.
Yusef.
My head hurts. It started, I was trying to laugh hard for a second, and then it...
Did it really hurt that bad?
No.
Did you maybe get... I did not hit you that hard.
You didn't.
So what does your head hurt from? Come on.
I just have a headache.
What's going on? Talk to us.
I think that I'm in the process of dying now that I've reached over the age of 18 and all my cells are beginning to deteriorate day by day. As the world is in decline.
Why don't you get you some adrenochrome?
Yeah. You don't need a lot, just a taste. I think I'm starting to get the fear. There's 2 women fucking a polar bear.
Bro.
Don't tell me these things.
Bro, I watched the first episode of Black Mirror the other day. Why don't you tell me not to watch that shit? But
I never saw it.
I never saw it. Is
well,
it
there's
fucked up? Is it fucked up?
Watch it. Get back to me. Anyway, one of the funny lines.
If he says it's fucked up,
one of the funny lines is, "I fucked a polar bear and I still can't get you out of my head." So
that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, well, when you I know. Just
Yusef, look at me.
Yeah,
look at me. I fucked a polar bear, Yusef. I still can't get you out of my head.
Yeah, I just can't see the physics of it. I could fuck a chicken.
You can talk about the dolphin thing, but not a fucking polar bear.
You've seen the videos of the dolphins doing it.
Yeah, you've literally seen it.
They're all on top of them, like.
So it's
Have you ever seen a pit bull fuck a chihuahua?
And that's a mammal, right? So a polar bear is a mammal. It's not that far of a stretch. Do you not think
will rip you in half before he fucks you, though?
Do you not think they don't have kids? They'll fuck the halves. Then it doesn't matter.
I don't see it. I can't see it.
Dude, oh my God, that fucking brain ears. It's the strangest thing I've ever encountered in my entire life. And I've seen some weird shit.
I have to picture it. I have to see it. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I think I hit you too hard, man. I think we rattled your cage a little too hard there.
The fucking dolphin is a fucking cocksucking rapist. I see that because I've seen it.
So what's going on, bro?
What the fuck is going on, bro?
I don't know.
I think the
Antichrist is getting ready to come back. That's what's going on.
The God of the air, right there. The God of the air, right? One of the things I think is going on is I think that this electricity and all this technology, just because we have technology doesn't mean it's a good thing or we need to use it. I see a lot of technology getting implemented for bad and for control and for overreach and for all that and for panic and I don't think we need. I see a lot of people And they just get lost in it. And they just like there's just like the technology's at their fingertips and they just use it. And I don't like it.
I hate the phone now. I hate it. The phone wastes maybe like 7 hours of my day.
Yeah.
How many times do you look at it?
1,000.
Once upon a time, I used to just do that to the fridge, and now I don't do that anymore.
I know. I want it just to be. I want the hologram like glasses, where I'm just sitting here and I can just pull it up right here on my right side. Whatever this is, can just right here.
I think they started to make that.
Yeah,
they made it in a bracelet.
Yeah, they got Google glasses and they got a bunch of them. You need to. You know what you need, Yusuf, to record, and you need this for work. The glasses that have the cameras built in. Dude.
Yes, yes.
Those are going to start being everywhere eventually. Everything's just going to be recorded everywhere you go. Yeah, Ray-Bans got them. I mean, everybody's got a pair. You can just.
Oh shit.
That would make my fucking whenever. Never mind. Okay, so.
There's going to be no privacy. There's just going to be cameras
there
everywhere.
There isn't any privacy. I mean, there isn't in my house. If you in there, you getting recorded. I got a shot of your fucking asshole, bitch.
Brought to you by Yusuf's Jerky Jackers. Sunglasses with a camera.
In the bidet.
In the bidet. Real deal. It's just a shot of your ball sack and your butthole. But that's the point of it, right?
Bidet.
The bidet, bro.
I was just talking to her about a bidet yesterday.
It's where it's at, dude.
You got the one that just hooks up to the toilet seat?
Yep, I hooked it up to the toilet seat. I just turn it on. It sprays my asshole. I fucking don't even wipe. I shit and get up.
And then you just shake off the water, or what do you do?
I just let my fucking underwear dry up my butthole. So I have a soggy, wet butt for a second, but it dries right up, baby, every time, 90% of the time.
You got through 36 minutes of this to get to that point, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine, if you will.
How are you sure it's clean? Have you wiped afterwards?
I don't think
to
it's
make sure?
Well, in the past, I used to always wipe, but now I just pretty much I have it on such high velocity that if my asshole isn't bleeding, then it's not clean. I mean, like, it literally makes me want to stand up. I turn that motherfucker on, bro, and then it's like your eyeballs almost pop out. The hairs on your arms pop up.
Yeah.
And you're just like, ooh, that's the spot.
Exhilarating, is it?
A real deal. Like, you don't need coffee in the morning. You wake up from that bidet.
I had a friend in high school, and her mom had a bidet, like a real one, where it's like another toilet stool with
I never
sprinkler.
understood that.
Bro, and you could turn that bitch would hit the ceiling. If you just turned it up, that bitch would hit the ceiling.
My girlfriend's son did that. One day we left him alone when he first came over, and he turned on my bidet, bro, and he just overflowed my whole bathroom. I was so mad, and he was like, look, it's a water fountain. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, get some towels. Help me.
Okay, so.
Is that how, like, Big Pun and those people wipe their ass? Maybe they didn't wipe their ass. They used a bidet, huh?
Yeah. Of which I don't know how they used to do it, like, with the separate ones. Like, so you get off with your shitty butt to the other one?
Scoop.
What if a turd falls off in between?
Well, I'd hope you got all the turds out. You might have some crumbs left.
So they wipe and then go wash.
I think you drop logs and you shuffle over.
Okay, so listen.
It's rich people shit. Rich people shit.
Yeah, you got a big ass bathroom.
I'm so tired right now. I'm so tired. I don't know that I can go on.
Come on, Pete. You got 7 minutes, buddy. What the fuck is going on, bro?
What I don't know. I started asking myself that about 60 seconds ago.
Why doesn't fucking MTV and VH1 put out music videos anymore?
Because music videos is not their demographic anymore.
They have separate channels for music.
Not anymore.
Where?
They don't. They don't. No, not anymore.
Not even in the morning, right?
You know what the best part of jail was for me, and I'm being sarcastic here, was waking up every morning and listening to the on MTV2 with the fucking skibbity skabbity skibbity all their shit music.
What the fuck is all that music?
That's what I would hear. I'd be trying to sleep my fucking bit away, and all I'd hear is it'd be some fucking like little doggle or I had to hear that every fucking morning, and then you got nothing but a bunch of toothless fucking tweakers who are sitting in the fucking day room going, "Oh shit, bro, that's my jam, dude. I'm gonna tell you, when I'm out there in the world." When you out there in the world, you live in your fucking car. Or, I'm sorry, your mom's car. Shut up, you fucking cuck. So, what's really going on, Yusuf, is that you have a concussion.
And that
You are the Antichrist, and I gave you a concussion. What's really going on is that
Jesus will be coming back soon
The temple's got to get rebuilt.
in Jerusalem.
Yeah, it's supposed to be rebuilt. I think maybe destroyed. I don't know if it's rebuilt, maybe destroyed a third time. It's definitely rebuilt, though. So it's got to get rebuilt before Jesus comes back. That's the story.
It's heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
I know, right?
We're in the end game now.
So if it starts getting rebuilt, Solomon. What
He doesn't subscribe to any of that.
no, I don't.
We're gonna live forever.
It's 2022. You're
He's
gonna
gonna
die
download
eventually.
his subconscious to the interwebs and just
Saw a
hologram.
thing about uploading your consciousness to computers
The show?
yesterday.
Is that a real
just
thing now?
Yeah, I told you they're trying to. Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah, you did tell me that.
yeah.
God damn, how many terabytes does that have to be to occupy?
I don't know. Is it fun? When you can't remember something and you're like, it's right on the tip of my tongue and you can't remember? Where is it?
It's in the, it just
Where is it?
You've heard of eidetic memory, correct?
No, what?
Eidetic memory.
maybe.
So that very few. It's total recall. Basically, you can remember every single event up to a point in your life, and it starts young.
Oh,
There was a lady. She's an actress. I can't remember her name. She has it, and I think it starts at age 5. She could go. You could say this date in your life, and she'll tell you what she had for lunch, dinner, who wore what that day. She perfectly sees everything and has complete recall of her memory.
Yeah.
Up to that point. So that tells me that it's if one person is born with that capability, that their brain was wired in that way, then everybody should at some point have been able to have that, or could be capable of it again, like that fucking Limitless thing, you know.
that was that had me fucked up watching that show. I'm like, where's that drug at? Let me get a piece of that drug.
I mean, is it do all these things get stored in your brain, or are they stored in the cloud somewhere?
Like, also, there's the degenerative part of growing up. So who knows? Maybe some of that stuff that you've
Degenerative
accessed just
part?
Or when
Like-
you get a new idea, where's that come from? Something you've never thought of before pops in your head. You're like, did that come from me? How did I do that? Where'd
It comes from Elon Musk. He beams it
Damn.
in through Starlink.
Yeah. Where does the new ideas come from in your brain?
Pretty soon they're just going to be running advertisements straight into your brain.
Have you ever
That's
heard
real.
of? Have you ever heard of that 100 monkeys thing? There's like 99 monkeys somewhere in a lab, and they do something, and once the 100th monkey does it, and all the monkeys can do this one thing, all the monkeys around the world can do it.
What?
100. Look up 100 monkeys something.
Never.
So these 100 monkeys are attached to all the world monkeys?
But they're separate. But once the 100 monkeys theory, the 100th monkey theory, this is on Wiki, is a hypothetical phenomenon in which a new behavior idea is spread rapidly by unexplained from one group to all related groups once a critical number of members of one group exhibit the new behavior. So once the 100th monkey in the group does the new behavior, all the monkeys on Earth start doing the new behavior. And it's been observed. Yeah.
Wow.
What? That's a good one. Dead internet theory is a good one, too. I think dead internet theory happened when Harambe died, maybe 2 years before. It's that the whole internet's fake and it's all bots.
What the fuck's going on, bro?
Yeah. The dead internet theory is fucking... the internet's been dead for a long time and it's all bots. For
Yeah,
sure.
fuck you, Netflix.
Obama put in the internet kill switch, which was supposed to shut down the internet. We'd only have information from one source, or from sources they wanted us to see it from.
They did that shit in Egypt, like I think 13 years ago, bro. For a whole month, shut down all information over there in Egypt.
Oh, during the.
I thought that shit was made up. I'm like, what do you mean they shut off the internet? They're like, no, they shut off the internet.
During the what's it called, the Arab Spring or whatever, when they were all
Something
revolting.
like that. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh, you got it right now. It took you 3 fucking days.
It took me all night, man.
That concussion knocked it. I think you jiggled something loose, Tiger.
See if you can throw a fastball.
I'll try that later.
Yeah, he's going to fucking be Rain Man out there now. Just like anyway, so... well, hey, everybody, I've stretched the limits of my fucking capacity here, so I just want to say thanks to everybody who supports us. Andrew Tate, I hope you eat shit and die. Yusef, I love you. Chris, I love you even more. You handsome.
That's what's
doe.
going on, bruh.
Yeah. It's interspecies erotica, fucko. Happy Thursday.
No, I'm busy tonight, actually.